The latest odds and line moves for Week 3 of the NFL preseason, brought to you by Joe Duffy's Picks at OffshoreInsiders.com. Off yet another winning night last night. We're on a 3-0 run with Wise Guy plays, including the Pirates, plus the 147 last night. We've got an NFL side selection for tonight. We've got 4-day winning picks. Yes, big Major League Baseball card, but by the day, if you don't get this message or not watching this until the nighttime portfolio, no problem. We've got a night-only option at a discount. OffshoreInsiders.com. Now, let's take a look at some of the famed preseason primer for tonight. The Dolphins versus the Eagles. Philadelphia's 3.5 with a total of 42. Side and total has not moved. Got pretty strong consensus plays. We have different sources as far as both offshore and Las Vegas, as well as some outlaw sources as well, where some of the biggest local bookies, I should say, all across the country are betting. Anyway, under consensus ranges from 58 to 71%, but pretty much an under consensus no matter where we're talking about, whether it's the corner bookie, Las Vegas, or offshore. Ditto for the Philadelphia Eagles, ranging from 64 to 73%. Dolphins are going to have their entire secondary intact for the first time in the preseason. Finns with good depth in the secondary. The Eagles' backup quarterback Nick Foles is likely out. Third stringer Matt McGloin has been awful. And number 4 quarterback Dane Evans is not ready for the NFL. Philadelphia starting middle linebacker Jordan Hicks and defensive end Brandon Graham are doubtful. Dolphins starting quarterback Jay Cutler is going to play the entire first half. Center Mike Pouncey is expected to play for Cutler for the first time. And Miami, in fact, is going to have 10 of 11 projected starters on each side of the ball, most likely, for tonight. Safety Nate Allen, for example, is probable to make his preseason debut for the Finns, starting safety. Because of injuries, Finns head coach Adam Gase does admit the offense is behind schedule, so maybe they will get a little bit of an extended playing time. We do have road teams off of a game which they scored 14 points or less, have gone over 80 and 49 recently, and since 1993, over at a 199 and 147 rate. For the Panthers and the Jaguars, Carolina is laying 1.5 with a total of 43. And Carolina's starting quarterback Cam Newton is quote-unquote on track to play. The line moved from a pick because of that information. Carolina, pretty strong consensus play, ranging from 58 to 62%, depending on our various sources. Most of our sources also say a decent consensus on the under, but not overwhelming. Jacksonville starting quarterback Jalen Ramsey started every single game as a rookie. Is expected to make his preseason debut. He's a good player. 65 tackles, 14 pass breakups, 2 INTs during the regular season. Jaguars are going to be without star running back Leonard Fournette and wide receiver Marquez Lee. Carolina, good battle, though, for the number 2 spot at quarterback Joe Webb and Derek Anderson. Rookie wide receiver Curtis Samuel also expected to make his debut for the Carolina Cats. Speedy second rounder. Center Ryan Cleo, the anchor of the offensive line for Carolina, remains out. Jacksonville starting quarterback position is wide open. Blake Bortles appears to be a cataclysmic bust. Fellow flop and journeyman Chad Henne could win the starting spot. So again, those of you who love betting quarterback battles, especially in week 3, you got one here. Road teams that allowed 30 or more the last game versus an opponent that allowed 3 or less in the first half of last game has gone under 25-8 all time, 9-3 the last 10 years. Quite frankly, we're the opposite. The reason Jacksonville has a quarterback battle is because all the quarterbacks suck. They have 0 quarterbacks. So in addition to that system, we like the under in this game. Once again, the under is your free pick. And we are sponsored, made possible by a sponsorship from DuffyGifts.com. Gifts for him or for her? DuffyGifts.com.